Hello again, and welcome to Crime in Music. I'm your host, Brian J. Kinsley, and with me as always, my friend Ben Rupel.
Hello, everybody.
Occasionally, we'll bring you a new true crime podcast about people in and around the music industry and their misadventures into law breaking. If you like music history, murder mystery, musicians with bad publicity, you're in the right place. Share with a friend, tell your relatives. We're trying to spread the word, spread the message. We're still trying to get ingrained into Europe. So if you have friends in Ireland, Germany, Spain, Italy, or Greece, anywhere over there, send them your favorite episode. Ask them to trust you and your taste. Give us a listen.
Did you say Belgium?
I didn't, but if you know somebody in Belgium, you go ahead and
Okay, that's in
tell them
Europe.
to listen.
That's in Europe, correct?
Europe, Belgium. Belgium
right.
is in Europe.
All right. I like Belgium. I think Belgium's like the small little country over there.
It may be.
They've been handed off back and forth, left and right, after wars, whatever.
Who are you talking about?
Belgium.
I see.
Yeah, they just kind of got to go. They just kind of got to do what they're told to do.
All right. Well, I'm telling you to share an episode with your Belgian friends. And hey, also let us know what's up. Our email's feedback@crimeandmusic.com. You can find us on any of the major social medias at Crime and Music, or my favorite way to communicate with you people, SpeakPipe.
Hey,
go to our website.
That's my favorite way.
Is it? Well, we're going to share.
Don't take it away from me, Brian.
No, we're sharing.
Okay.
Sharing's more fun. If you have one, share with a friend. We have one SpeakPipe. Go to our website, crimeandmusic.com, and leave us a SpeakPipe there. You can just hit the button, and we can listen to what you got to say.
It's like leaving an old school voicemail without the hassle of listening to 4 rings go by first. Just hit the button, say some words, hit the button again, you're done.
It's right there. What was that app you could do that would just send it right to voicemail? People were all big on that.
The app
was yeah, there's a thing on phones where you could just you put this app on your phone, and then when you called somebody, it didn't allow them to answer, so you could just leave them a voicemail, so you didn't have to talk to anybody.
There's this Seinfeld that in the show, Seinfeld show, they have like a monologue where Jerry goes through that's like a little comedy scene where he's just performing on stage, and he says that he would prefer to just speak to people through voicemail regularly. I get that. I get it.
Oh, absolutely. And now you can.
And now they got an app for it. I'll have to check that out.
Why wouldn't you do it?
I'll have to check that out.
So, how you doing?
Good. All right. So what do we got, man? What's the thing? What's the thing that we do today?
In this episode, you're going to learn about nude jet skiing.
Nude
jet skiing, the wrong drugs, and the Thai army.
The Thai army?
Yeah, the Thais.
Like Thailand?
Yes, those are the ones.
Huh.
Aren't you excited to learn about this?
Well,
you're intrigued for sure.
Well,
I gotta
pay
attention now.
The nude jet skiing. There's a show that was on HBO, and I didn't watch very many episodes, and it's a pretty popular show. It's about some retired baseball player or something. It's a comedy in the vein of maybe just a goofy comedy like Trailer Park Boys. I think Ted Danson was on it for a minute. And one of the very first shows, the main character went and bought some jet skis, and he had some women out there topless jet skiing around, of course, in slow motion. And it's HBO. All right.
I imagine topless jet skiing doesn't look good at full speed. I'm just taking a guess.
Good nude and bad nude.
There is. There's some bad nude.
Well, I think it all kind of depends on who's on the jet ski.
A lot of factors. It's very subjective.
I'll just say that I don't think anybody wants to, if I had my OnlyFans page running, I don't think they'd want to buy extra content if they saw me on their new jet skiing. I'm going on a limb. Just a guess.
We need to get this man some money so he can buy a shirt.
He needs a better Speedo. He needs more support.
I think you got it on backwards, man. I think it's
Yeah. But yet it still covers everything you got.
Yeah, right. No, I can't see anything. It looks great on you, but I really think that's backwards. I'm just saying. What an awkward conversation that would be.
Nude.
Okay.
All right. And what
You're
were
hung
they?
up on the new jet skiing.
No,
You're
no,
really
no. I'm
focused
trying
in
to
on
remember.
that.
Yes, I am hung up.
You're like, how? What the?
and
New
there
jet
was
ski-
another one. What was the other one?
Well, it's the wrong drugs.
Wrong drugs. New jet
Yeah.
skiing. Right. All right.
And then we're back at the Thai army.
All right. All right. All right. What else we got?
Well, what we got now is Guess a Guest.
You gave me a lot of hints there to begin with. I feel like I got like a little bit of a bone thrown to me here.
Oh, you think you know who this is?
No, no, not from the tone in your voice. Oh, you think you know? No, literally nobody on earth knows who this is.
No one has ever heard of this. No, they have, because clue number 1, member of Generation X.
Generation X. Okay, all right. I don't know what that is. Is that the 2000s?
I can't help you more than that. I mean,
All
it's
right.
Generation X.
Okay.
But part of the second invasion.
Okay, I'm going with British.
Ooh, they call him the Yank.
The Yank, second invasion. All right.
Him.
Him.
Zool.
You gave me a
Zool.
him.
I did. Damn it. Damn you, gender pronouns. Zool is in there. I'm throwing Zool in there for you.
He's a Ghostbuster.
Ooh, the wedding singer.
Adam Sandler.
Well, that's not the guy. The last clue I got for you, my man, is Bilvis. Which, oh my God, I just got. I've been writing this for day. Okay. Ha! Wow. The things you learn.
Bilvis. I'm thinking William, somebody that sings like Elvis.
Well, okay. Now you got 30 seconds to put that all together. You got the Yank. You got. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more clue. Ben, do you know who William Michael Albert Broad is?
William.
Michael. Albert. He's got 3 first names. Broad. Like road with a B in front of that. B Road. Broad. William Michael Albert Broad. Don't be looking it up on your phone.
No, I'm trying to go through all the Bills or Williams.
That's not a bad plan.
B.A. William Michael. B.A.
All right, time is up. What is your answer, my man? I'll give you 3 swings at it.
I don't know. Albert.
Name me a William.
Bill Belichick. Bill Hurd. Is it Bill Hurd?
But they need to be musicians. No.
Musicians. The Yank. Okay. Can I ask? Can I call in for a lifeline real quick?
Why not? For this far in.
How you said Generation X?
Generation X.
I don't think. Can I get an idea? I am thinking of some kid that's like 22. Can I get an over/under on that?
You know, you and I are in Generation X, right?
No, I don't know that. Are we?
We're Gen X, buddy.
So somebody
Not to tip our hand,
our
but-
age. Okay, hold on. All right.
A little older than us too. I mean, you know, it's a generation. So you got like a decade, I think, of people, or 15 years. Maybe 15 years is a generation now.
I'm thinking it's an English dude.
William.
Billy Idol?
Hey, holy shit, he pulled it out. Woo!
Is it really? I'm going through all the
It is.
Billies. Yeah. What
wow,
other
he did it.
Bill,
Billy Idol,
William?
yes.
I'm thinking
correct.
Robin Williams. That wasn't gonna do it. I don't
No.
I don't feel like I get a win for that because I think the music was up
A long time ago.
a long
yeah.
time ago.
No, there's a second loop.
Billy Idol. Wow. Okay.
Billy
so
Idol, my man.
I don't think I would have been able to guess that.
You did though.
No. Well, I looked it up
Not
on
in
my
a minute
phone.
30.
I
No,
looked
not
it up.
90 seconds.
I looked it up on my phone. No, but I was close because
Damn you remote podcast.
I did just I was just listening to some Billy Idol not that long ago the other day, and I was looking up some stuff
Was it
about
at the
him.
midnight hour? Yeah.
Well, he had a lot of stuff out, and he was.
Oh, we'll get to it.
He was. I mean, he was a huge at the time. He was some of the biggest music on the radio, and there were a couple. I had some tapes. I had some of his tapes in probably 7th and 8th grade. Probably,
Ooh.
yeah, in the 80s.
No, you're 100% correct. We will get there. We'll get there at all. Cover everything we know about Billy Idol Generation X. We'll even tell you about the wedding singer and why they call him Bilvis.
Oh, the wedding singer. Yeah, he was on the movie. He was on the movie.
Yes, he was.
Yep. All right.
There
All
you
right.
go.
I'm
You ready?
excited. And this is somebody everybody. I'm assuming everybody on our listening audience is aware of. Anyways,
Oh, I would hope so.
Billy
I mean, again,
Idol.
we're really trying to get into that your audience, so I hope you guys appreciate going for Billy Idol. One of their own.
Is he
European.
related to Billie Eilish?
We'll get there.
Okay.
All right, but we're gonna start. Are you done? Do you have more questions? I'm
He's
sorry,
not.
before
We're
I
not
start.
going to get there. We're not going to get. There's no way this is going to come around to Billie Eilish.
Oh no, not at all.
Not
I
at
just
all.
needed to get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, man.
Billy Idol, Brian, enlighten us.
Billy Idol, November 30th, 1955, born William Michael Albert Broad. He is English. He's from Stanmore, Middlesex, London, in England. He's got parents, Bill Broad, that's his dad, and Joan, his mom. Bill and Joan. His dad works as a tool salesman, and he does pretty good, provides a nice lower middle-class lifestyle for the family. Now, his parents are devout Anglicans, and they attend church regularly.
Anglican.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's a Christian denomination.
Gonna guess you're right there.
Yeah,
Pretty sure you're right.
All right.
1958, when he's 2 years old, he moves with his parents to Patchogue, New York, USA.
He was born in 58.
55.
I mean,
We'll get to Generation X. Don't worry about it.
Okay, it's
All right,
okay.
It's not what you think it is.
It's
Yeah,
close
no.
to he's close to a boomer.
You're trying to do math. No, he's a boomer. I was just letting you know you and I are Generation X.
Well, right. He's a lot older than us.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
So, 2 years old, he moves to Patchogue, New York, USA. They also live in Rockville Center, New York. His younger sister Jane is born during this time. And then the family's like nuts to this place. They return back to England for 4 years, and they settle in Dorking, Surrey.
Dorking.
I knew I'd teed it right up for you. 1971, the family moves to Brumley in southeastern London, where Bilvis, we're going to call him Bilvis, he attends Ravensbourne School for Boys. And
That
although
sounds like a
he's
detention center, Brian, from our previous episodes.
one of those nice children's,
boys.
it's a children's prison, but it's a nice one. The Ravensbourne School for Boys. He's back in the land of his birth, and his classmates call him the Yank because he lived in America for a while, and they tease him for his Yankee accent because when you're that young, you sort of pick up or lose the accent pretty quick.
Well, I think people do that. So my wife's got an uncle. He lives in South Carolina, and his wife's from South Carolina, and he comes back home and he talks like a Southerner, like that slow molasses drip from the tongue. I mean, I don't even try to do it, but yeah, he says, well, you live down there long enough, you're gonna pick something up. So yeah, he was living here in New York, and he picked up his accents, and he brought him back over to England.
Sorry, Michelle.
So
Yeah, I don't hear it. That's what I would say. It's just like when people tell me I have an accent, I'm like, yeah, I don't hear it.
no, we don't have accents. We're from the Midwest. This is how every news broadcaster across the country sounds.
Well, that's why I do the accents in the character voices on the show, because our normal voices are talking
Right.
boring.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Talking is
right.
hard. So, but no, I will tell you though, being born in Michigan, man, you watch enough NASCAR and you hear people across the street with Southern accents like, "Go, man, go! Look at him go! Oh my God!" It's like, dude, you're from here. Don't okay.
All right, back on topic. We got William Eyelash here. Or no,
Bilvis.
William Joel.
Bilvis
No.
the Yank.
William Idol.
I think it's William Albert, just so you know.
All right.
If you really want it, it's William Michael Albert. I'm sorry, I skipped a name.
Is that a surname?
It is a surname. And we'll get to the reason he doesn't keep it here in a little bit. But his family, after the Yank teasing from his new classmates, his family moves to Worthington suburb of Goring by the Sea in West Sussex. I'm hoping that our European and British listeners will tell us what all these places are and if they're nice. He attends Worthington High School for Boys, another either really ritzy place or a children's prison with a great name.
I'm not going to get over the term you used, Yank teasing. saying.
I think we created our own thing.
You can't say the word Yank teasing in front of me. And
Somebody
not
go Google Yank teasing.
have me giggle. Yank teasing.
Hashtag Yank teasing.
All right,
That's
new
gonna
hashtag.
get us some.
Joe was just born.
Hashtag Yank teasing right here. Okay, he's at Worthington High School for boys. Basically, he gets an English education. He attends the University of Sussex in October 1975, gets a degree in English. He lives on campus in the East Slope. Oh, nope, he doesn't get a degree because hey, he's on the Ben program. He left after 1 year.
1 year.
There you go. Well, he stuck it out 364 days and longer than you. All right.
All right, well, let's not talk about the Brian program.
Oh, that's like 364 years. You just keep going. You'd think I'd be way smarter and have like more degrees. Nope, just the one.
All right, you got the college debt to show for it, though, Brian. You're good.
Oh, right. Hey, come on, Democrats. 1976, he goes to join this group. He's out of college. He's not doing that anymore, but he wants to belong. So he joins the Brumley contingent of the Sex Pistol fan club.
Oh,
Now,
okay. That makes sense.
Well, now this is a little different than the fan club you're thinking of. This is a loose gang that travels into town whenever the band plays, and then they rage out and party. And, it's kind of like Hell's Angels without the motorcycles, and they only go listen to the Sex Pistols.
No, that's exactly what I thought it was.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've been calling him Bilvis. His name is William Michael Albert, but you guessed Billy Idol. Now,
No, I didn't.
Why did they call him Billy Idol?
I didn't guess it. I looked it up. But, all right.
Did you really look it up?
Yeah, I told you did. You when you said
I told you not to.
no, you said when you the moment you said don't look it up on your phone. That's exactly what I was doing.
I know. It's exactly what the timing would be if I said all these things and you're like, I gotta type in with my thumbs. And I'm like, he's typing in. I can just see the gears in my brain. I'm like, that's what he's doing.
Ben's quiet for a minute. He's got to be typing something on his phone.
He's not patiently listening to me.
No, I don't get it. I don't get that. I would not. Well, I think I would never guess that because you said Gen X, and I'm thinking younger people.
No, you're right. I was misleading on that, but we'll get there. That's a group he was a part of. Plus, I was hoping you would sort of pick up on the fact there's like a D-Generation X wrestling tag team group of dudes or whatever. There's like 4 or 5 of them. Jeez. And so I thought you might go that way. I was trying to sort of lead you down. Oh, as a pro wrestler. Oh, it's not.
It would have been a tough one. I guess to guess Billy Idol. Love the topic. I like that. I like this topic, but it would have been a tough one to guess. I'm not going to take credit for where credit's not due on that.
I appreciate that. Keep your record clean.
All right, yeah.
The name Billy Idol was coined due to a school teacher's description of Bilvis as idle, as in like sitting there in place. So he's doing this interview in 1983, and we got a quote from Bilvis. Let's see if I can do this. Quote, the name Billy Idol is a bit of a goof, part of an old English school of rock. It's a double thing. It's not a folk superstar. Like, it's fun, You
got to definitely keep the Cockney accent going.
There you go. October 2014, he said he wants to use the name Billy Idol, I-D-L-E, but the name would be unavailable due to its similarity with Monty Python star Eric Idle. So the Ministry of Funny Walks guy sort of got there first, and so he chose Billy Idol instead, I-D-O-L. Now, Bilvis claims that the name inspired on a school report because the chemistry teacher now has said idle. Like, William is just idle in chemistry class, and Bilvis is like, well, I hated chemistry class anyway.
And you're saying the word idle as in stationary, still.
Correct.
Not moving, just
idle.
kind of slow and not or stationary. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So that's I wouldn't have guessed that.
No, me neither.
I'm thinking
then he
like
flipped it.
a godlike figure, an idol.
That's what I thought.
A golden calf.
No.
No, all right.
No, just
All right.
some lazy kid sitting around.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's not presumptuous.
All right. A bunch of other lazy kids are sitting around too. Late 1976, he joins newly formed West London 1960s retro rock band Chelsea. He's a guitarist.
Oh, he plays an instrument?
Yeah, man. He's a guitarist.
All right. Okay. All right.
Now, the act's singer, the front man, this guy, Gene October, That's a name. Okay. He styles Bilvis's image here. You know, he advises him to change he's got these glasses on. He's like, you need to get contacts. He's like, you got to ditch that hair and dye it blonde and get a crew cut and get like this retro 1950s rocker look going. And Bilvis is like, all right, hell yeah, let's do it. So after a few weeks performing with Chelsea, Bilvis and Tony James, the band's bass guitar player, they quit. And they co-found Generation X, with Bilvis switching from guitarist to the lead singer frontman guy.
So who do you know, Brian, in your personal life, of friends or family, who, if they dressed up as Billy Idol for Halloween, they wouldn't have to do that much work?
Do I know somebody who looks like Billy Idol?
Yeah, you do.
I do?
Not Roy?
I don't think so.
I see it.
I was figuring like you're thinking Jason, it's more like Iggy Pop or something like that. I
think
they're
all
thinking of the right guy?
They're all in the same category.
Hey, got to be two something to do something, baby.
Lustful life.
Yeah, that well.
All right.
Now you're getting in there.
All right.
So he starts his band Generation X. It's one of the first punk bands to appear on BBC television music program Top of the Pops.
Top of the Pops.
We've talked about them in a couple episodes past. It's like American Bandstand for England.
Do we have any of those shows today? Am I not thinking of some? I mean, not American.
It's called the internet.
No, right? Yeah, 100%.
You have it everywhere.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't have that show to bring newfound acts to the stage. We have like American Idol or America's Got Talent / England's Got Talent.
Voice.
You know, The Voice. We have that.
The Four.
But no, I feel like that's
Masked Singer.
No, that's
that VR singer now.
the Masked Singer is like getting washed out the back end of the porn industry for like half-assed celebrities.
It's Jaleel White, everybody. He was the gopher. I never would have guessed that.
So is Jaleel White Urkel?
Yes.
I think he's a cool dude in real life.
Good job.
I think he's a cool dude.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think he was more Urkel. What was his name when he was all cool? He made the coolifying machine.
Stefan Urkel.
Stefan Urkel.
I think that was him for real.
Yes.
I'd have boned him. I'd have boned that dude if I was what's her name,
man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude.
What he get? Yeah. What turned him into that? He drank.
He made a cool machine. Like he got into the machine, yeah, and it changed his chemistry.
No, he
took all the nerd things. I'm telling you, there's a machine.
No, it was a potion.
Dude. Okay.
All right. If anybody knows, if anybody knows, please leave us some a speak pipe on this. Is it
I'm
a
not going to look this up.
machine,
I'm just going to tell you.
Or is it a potion? This is important.
We got to know.
This is real important. All right, I'm not even going to look it up. I'm just going to wait for one of our listeners to help us out. I'm not looking to
help us out, everybody. That's where I'm at.
All right,
Preferably somebody from England. Preferably somebody from England who likes punk from like the 70s and 80s, because although Generation X is a punk rock band, they're inspired by the mid-60s British pop. So that's a contrast to the more militant sort of groups around. And Bilvis is talking about that, and he says, quote, we're staying the opposite of the Clash and the Pistols, and they were singing no Elvis, Beatles, or Rolling Stones, but we were honest about what we liked. And the truth is we were building all sorts of our music on the Beatles and the Stones. So they were kind of like counter punk, which is even more punk, if you know what I'm saying.
Counter punk? Punk is counter.
That's what I'm saying, man. So even the counter to the counter is the counter. That's super turbo punk.
They poop on punk.
Dude.
Right.
Yes.
That's hardcore.
1977, Bilvis sings Your Generation on The Mark. I guess that was a TV series in England.
Yeah.
Generation X signs with Crystallis Records. They released 3 albums, performs in the 1980s on the film DOA, and then they disband.
That was, what was the name of the band you said?
Generation X.
Generation, okay. All right.
Now, because the band broke up, man, Bilvis has got to do something, so he moves to New York City in 1981, becomes a solo artist, and he got lucky because when he landed, he met this guy, Bill O'Coin. Oh, that sounds terrible. When you know that Bill O'Coin is the former manager of Kiss.
Bill O'Coin.
Yeah, right. Making that coin.
All right.
Only thing worse would be like Bob Cheddar.
Are you a fan of Kiss?
I was. I am a fan of Kiss. I will say that. I'm a fan of Kiss. I don't like Gene Simmons.
I don't know how the question finally got posed to me here recently, and I had to just take a real quick thought about my life in general and if I was a fan of Kiss.
Okay.
I don't think I am. I don't like any of their music. I don't want to go to their concerts. I think their get up and their costumes are absurd. I can appreciate what they do. I mean, they were doing things 30 years ago that people are doing today and just becoming acceptable. They were being outlandish back in the day. I mean,
yeah.
I can appreciate that. I don't think I'm a fan. Huh. I've never bought a Kiss album, tape, CD.
Dude, Kiss Double Live right here, man. Right here on the old record rack.
Yeah, no, don't like them. Don't think they're that talented. I think they had the best gimmick ever.
I would agree with you that, but with the best gimmick ever comes a couple of catchy songs, man.
Yeah, well, the Road Warriors were people like the Road Warriors too on WWE.
Right now. Yeah, no, I mean, all right, gimmick is one. The gimmick sells, but
it sells. Yeah, and I'm all about making them paper.
Well, unfortunately, Bilvis, that punk-like image works well. And then they mixed it with that glam style. So he kind of brings in some of that Kiss flavor, probably influenced by Bill O'Coin. And he picks up this guitarist, Steve Stevens. Together they work with a bassist, Phil Feet, and a drummer, Greg Gearson. I should have made up one of my alliteration poems about namings and rhymings.
You almost didn't have to. They had all their names are basically alliterations.
Steve Stevens, Phil Feet, and Greg Gearson.
No, Greg Gearson, that's the alliteration. Steve Stevens, that's not alliteration. That's just redundancy.
Nice. And Bilvis, his solo career begins. He puts his EP title, Don't Stop, puts it out there in 1981. It includes Generation X songs, Dancing with Myself, I'm dancing with myself.
Do you have a note anywhere in your cards that tells us when he got that black leather jacket that he was known to wear all the time? Like with all the, not bejeweled, but all the like metal studs on it and stuff. And that lip,
bedazzled.
And that lip roll he had, that snarl on his lip. Like, he always had.
That's when you were saying, like, who looks just like Billy Idol? I'm like, none of my friends have that face.
No, I think Jason's got that face, man. Jason? Hey, okay, Brian, take a break. Jason, I need to talk to you for a minute, real quick, bud. Could you put together a quick 20-second video of you being? I want to see Jason being Jason, and then all of a sudden transforming without doing any costume change or makeup or hair or anything, and be Billy Idol for 10, 15 seconds, and then go right back to being Jason. Show the transformation, just like it was a schizophrenic sort of thing you'd see on some weird doctor-y sort of episode of Bones or something. I want to see the
What are you talking about?
I think Jason could be Jason, like I'm being Ben, and then all of a sudden he can switch a gear in his head and be Billy Idol, and he can talk like him, look like him, act like him, and then all of a sudden he can just go turn that off and go right back to being Jason. And I think we can put that video up, hashtag Jason Roy being Billy Idol, on our
like a Two-Face.
I think he could be a two. Yeah. I think it boom, be like boom. I think Jason. You're not seeing it. This is making me angry. You got my back in this one.
I'm not seeing it, man. I wish I could.
Right.
I don't know.
You look crack in your voice. You really don't.
So weird, man. You're weird, man.
Continue.
Okay, so they put out Dancing With Myself. Originally, they record their last album, Kiss Me Deadly, and they got a cover of Tommy and James and the Shondells, Monet, Monet, because you were talking about that.
Ride the pony, ride your pony.
Do it. Come on. July 1982, Bilvis's solo debut album, Billy Idol, is released.
Hey, little
Part of the
sister,
MTV.
what have you done?
That's nice. Part of the MTV driven. You can keep singing that softly as I keep reading facts.
Hey, little sister,
Part of the MTV driven
Hey,
second British invasion of the U.S. in 1982. Bilvis becomes an MTV staple with White Wedding and Dancing with Myself. Contrary to popular belief, Bilvis's White Wedding had nothing to do with his sister at all. It is simply because little sister is widely used as slang term for girlfriend during this time over in England across the pond. And the song tells a story of a man who has feelings for a woman and painfully witnesses her marriage to another man. While it's true that the singer has a younger sister who is set to tie the knot, she simply uses this inspiration. That's her for the song inspiration. It's not literally about her. And Bilvis here, he likes to write the title before he writes the lyrics. And so that's what he does when he writes songs. And so it just like White Wedding. He's like, oh, that's a good idea. And then he reverse engineered it. And that's where that song came from.
So what you're saying, and I love this. I love this part. I love this bit. I learned a great little. White Wedding was not about his sister. It was just about a girl that he was boyfriend with, and she ended up getting married to somebody else.
Some other dude, some other bloke.
Okay, I like that. See, I never knew. I just assumed it was like his sister, who was kind of protective of and mad about her getting married, but couldn't do anything to stop it. I don't know what I thought.
I love English people and the way they talk.
I was like,
it's
12.
Awesome. Could you imagine rolling up on one of your buddies and he's with some new chick, some hot bird, and you're like, hey, who's your little sister? It's like, he's like, who's your girlfriend? That's what you're going for? That would just, I don't know. That's really interesting to me. Let's see here. 1983. Bilvis label releases Dancing with Myself in the U.S. in conjunction with the music video. It plays on MTV for 6 months. Rebel Yell, Bilvis' second LP, is a major success, very well received. It establishes him in the United States with such hits as Rebel Yell, Eyes Without a Face, and Flesh for Fantasy.
What's Eyes Without a Face? Can you sing that?
Eyes Without a Face peaks at number 4 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, and Rebel Yell reaches number 6 in the UK singles charts.
Wait, can you sing Eyes Without a Face? I can't remember that one.
I've got eyes without a face.
It sounds like Little Tim. It sounds like that trolloping through the tulips.
And the follow. And we can always tiptoe.
Oh my God, I gotta, Brian, you've got to find out if that guy's ever had a parking ticket, because we got to do a podcast.
Tiny Tim, you want Tiny Tim? Tiny two-tone?
Just so you can do the voice. Can you give us some more of that?
No, can't. We got to get back to Billy Idol, man.
All right, good job. Oh yeah. Golf clap.
All right.
Golf clap.
I'm assuming this is what's happening to Ben. Bilvis releases Whiplash Smile in 1986, which sold really well and was well received. The album includes hits To Be a Lover, Don't Need a Gun, and Sweet 16.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. I guess I'd probably hear them and know them.
When you hear them, you do.
Yeah.
You hear them. This is back when like the name of the song didn't necessarily have to be the chorus that was chanted out at the song. So this is also the time of videos. So Bilvis films a video for the song Sweet 16 in Florida's Coral Castle. Do you know about Coral Castle in Florida?
Yeah, the guy that carved a castle out of coral, and it's like a mystery and how he did it. I mean,
is this the same guy? Like he used harmonic resonance to like levitate giant rocks and stuff like that?
Yeah.
This is Coral Castle. Okay.
I think that's it.
Yeah, well, this is very inspiring to Bilvis here. He was he's like, oh my God, I'm going to write a song about this. And so he did.
Yeah, and I think that was the guy that said, so during the Coral Castle builder guy.
We haven't said sidebar once this whole episode.
Oh, you told me I get yelled at on TikTok, on Twitch, on Twitter.
I know, but you haven't been topical yet.
I've been keeping it right on topic.
I see.
Every single sidebar has been pertinent. All right, do you want to bring this up now, Brian?
It's up to you, man. It's your commentary.
Okay, so Brian, please, all right, sidebar, like a
there you go.
Serious sidebar here. All right,
proper sidebar.
So we got, which we love, all the feedback, good and bad, and as many of our listeners know, I love the bad. I love the bad the most.
You beg for negative feedback.
Yeah. So, my cat's got to go out. All right, hold on.
What are we doing?
He's only gonna keep meowing if I don't let this cat outside.
What is happening?
Hold on. Okay, so Brian and I were talking today. He's like, "Hey, we got some feedback on Twitch, and what did it say that?" Okay, number one, somebody wrote, "Oh, your boy Ben." Brian didn't like that. "Oh, you're my boy."
They always
Like,
call him your boy. Like,
your
I'm
boy.
responsible for you.
I would love somebody to be responsible for me. That's not me. That'd be great. That's
I know. That's why I don't want this job.
huge weight off my shoulders.
They leave me messages that happen to say, like your show, but your boy Ben needs to stay on topic.
Okay, I'd like to address that right now. Let's just go ahead and just air this out.
I had to pick my brother up at the airport today, so
Number one, okay, I can accept any criticism and advice. A lot of times, one and the same. I'll take that as I will try my best. I will try my best. But
people love you. They just love you to stay on topic.
I've been trying my best my entire life, and I'm gonna
3 years. You have potential.
I'm gonna get off topic, and for everyone that has an issue with that, I understand that an issue. A lot of my friends and family have said the same thing, but there's a lot of people that enjoy the tangent of what we have to say. And I was thinking about a little bit more. So if we don't get off topic and have a sidebar every once in a while, the show's going to be condensed to like 15 minutes long. I mean, Brian's only got so many 3x5 whatchamacallit cards there to read. No, so what I'll try to keep it more topical, and then to pull the curtain back a little bit, Brian.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, right? And
yeah.
So to all the folks out there listening, just going, this jackass can't stay on topic. I want to hear about Billy Idol, and he's talking about whatever. Brian actually edits out a lot of the shit we talk about.
Oh yeah, if you only knew how long our episodes were, everybody.
This is the watered down. If you want the whole shoop, I don't know even how to get it. I don't think there's a computer big enough to hold it.
I don't think you could.
No.
No.
All right.
No.
So I'll take that criticism happily and try. I'll try. I'm gonna have sidebars, but I'm gonna try to actually have them pertain.
You'll use words that connect.
Sometimes.
That'll be good.
Sometimes. Don't.
I appreciate the honesty.
Don't lock me in, man. Don't lock me down.
Well, that was pretty good. That's some good honesty. That was vital.
All right. Back to Billy Idol.
Billy Eilish. You want to say it, don't you? 1987, Vital Idol is released, and the album features a live rendition of his cover of Moni Moni, and the single tops the U.S. charts, reaches number 7 in the U.K. Bilvis has never been married, but he's got this long-term girlfriend now, English singer, dancer, and former Hot Gossip member, Perry Lister.
Hot Gossip, is that like a band?
I believe that's like a girl group.
Okay.
I think Hot Gossip.
Okay.
They have a son, Willem Wolf Broad. He's born in L.A., 1988, L.A., and Bilvis messes up his relationship with Perry Lister. He's caught setting up his date with a woman named Naomi, with whom he already had an affair, on the phone. And then the baby monitor was on in Willem's bedroom, and so he got busted there. Perry immediately left. She takes Willem back to England for a few months. She did come back, however, although things were never quite the same.
Well, she kept the recording of that baby monitor, apparently.
Oh, there's all of a sudden there are baby monitors in every room, and baby monitors in his car, baby monitors in his coats. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no, that's like seriously how today's society is with all the cameras and recording devices. Don't say anything that you don't want everyone else in the world to know.
Oh, dude, they're recording us right now. There's recording devices on us right now.
Yeah, I have quite literally 4. I have mic on the computer, mic on the phone, the microphone that I have, And then
Oh,
my
gosh.
headset has a flip down microphone that I don't use. It's just my like a decent gaming headset for there's 4 mics on me right now.
I'll play this game. I love a 501. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 microphones on me.
It's not 501, it's 301.
30. Well, mine's even better. It's called a 501.
I just 501 to your 301.
Yes, I did. What was our hashtag?
What's that? No, you don't. You know what the 301 is, right?
It's when it's just the concept of whenever you always have a better story than somebody else. I caught a fish this big. Well, I caught a fish this big.
Right,
You're
but
like,
you know what the base in that is.
This started in the 301 area code? No, I have no idea.
Bowling. What's the best score you can get in bowling?
Oh my God, 300.
Yeah, and then
I
somebody's
got
like, "Oh, I got 301."
How-
That's what it is. It's great. I love
They
that.
put an 11 to pin? How'd that
No, I
happen?
love that term because that basically sums up the idea of what you're trying to say when you say somebody 301 me. Because you can't do better than 300. That's the best. That's like the top. That's like the bar. That's like the best, the ceiling. But somebody else, oh yeah, you got 300. Well, I got 301.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
You say? Did you say frustrating or frustrating?
No, that's a pet peeve. Let's not even start down that road. There's no L in that word. It's frustrating. Okay. No, we all got that one friend, and it's just like no matter what you do. Oh yeah. And it's just
Yeah, every one
it's
of
like they're not even aware of it.
every
You know,
one of
they're
my
not
friends
even
is that one friend. Yeah.
What?
And they're
Hey now.
hey, you think you got it? You think you got that one friend, Brian? My friend's way worse.
Oh, what a fun game. Oh, the fun. Okay. It was not fun. 1989, Leister and Bilvis separate. A few weeks after the breakups, Bilvis couldn't get over his depression and guilt and his addiction to women and sex and how it always ruins his relationships. It's affecting his behavior. It's affecting his music life. It's affecting him while he's making records. So the leader of the band, the group Rude Dude, this guy, Harry Johnson.
Harry Johnson.
Yes, that's the lead singer or the leader of Rude Dude. So Harry Johnson suggests that Bill Visser take a break.
Can I please go to my grave believing that was his name on his birth certificate?
I think it's Harrison Johnson, but sure.
Whatever.
Harold Johnson.
Yeah.
Cool.
I want to believe that
Howard.
his name's Harry Johnson.
Harry Johnson. He's talking to Bilvis, and he's like, "Hey, man, you gotta go, just hang loose, you know. Just shake it out, man. Just regather yourself, you know. Take some time off before you start recording again." So Bilvis takes this advice. He's got this long time trip that he wants to do. He's like, "Man, I want to go to Bangkok." So right from Harry Johnson to Bangkok, Thailand, and he wants to spend a bunch of time drinking and hanging out in brothels. And as much as possible, he wants to avoid doing drugs.
Well, it's like it's some sort of a huge, hurdle to. I want to hang out in Bangkok, hang out with a bunch of prostitutes. I'm gonna do my best to avoid drugs. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna avoid them. I'm just gonna do my best, just my best.
I'm gonna try real hard.
As I'm doing all these other terrible things, I'd like to avoid drugs.
What, man? Terribly fun things. What? He's in Thailand. He's in a brothel. Those places are known for their decor and like the lunch buffet.
You're like that guy that uses the word virtually. I'm gonna virtually not do any drugs. Which, when you use the word virtually, that's basically saying I am gonna do drugs.
Well, hey, he hasn't done any drugs yet. So he travels to Thailand with Harry, who also owns his own salon. And he styles women's hair.
Oh, that what's his name? Harry Balzania. Is that he's going?
We're not done. We're not done with Harry Johnson yet. We're not done with big old Harry Johnson.
All right, Harry Balzania.
Yeah, no, he sticks around. He's very he's one of the main points in this whole story. So he's also taken his Harry stylings from his salon that he runs. He does women's hair, and he's used to listen to their stories. But he'd also have affairs with all of his clients, and that's actually why he became a stylist, because he's like, man, this is just the place to meet women. And so now he knows how the female mind sort of functions particularly well because you know how women talk to their stylists. And he's eager to go to Bangkok with Bilvis on this sexication. That's what they're calling it. Their sexcation?
Sex, like education?
Sexation. Like a vacation with sex.
Oh, sexcation.
That's the word.
All right.
Now, the first part of the trip had gone according to plan, and they stayed in the presidential suite at the Oriental Hotel. It's got this big panoramic view of the city. They're looking all out over Bangkok. Country's capital is filled with brothels, each with about 50 women wearing see-through sarongs, and they got numbers on them, like just so you can like pick the number. I'll have the number 7 and the 38, please. And then that way, you know, they're hanging out the windows, and so that way it's quick and easy and efficient.
It's like ordering off a Chinese menu. You can't say I want sweet and sour chicken. You got to go, I want number 6.
I'll have a number 7, spicy, and after a while, the women's faces and bodies began just to blur together to Bilvis.
That sounds
he asked
racist.
Harry,
That sounds racist, Brian. Easy. So, and they just all look the same to me.
Well, hey, it's not me, man. You take it up with Bilvis.
All right.
So
I'm gonna.
he says to Harry, because he can't determine who's who, he says to Harry, he says, pick a few out and that you like and we'll have a go back at the hotel. I lost my Billy Idol. Now it's turned into Ozzy Osbourne. Damn it.
You got to do Ozzy Osbourne, but more sober.
Pick a few out and think alike and we'll have a go back at the hotel. Because Billy Idol's a little more gruff, man. He's got that edge to him. So once they grew tired from they got tired from the jet lag and drinking during the first week, they started looking for cocaine because they're like, well, we didn't make it that long without the drugs. Let's get some cocaine and get some pep in our step. So they asked their taxi driver they can get some. And though they gave the taxi driver's like, hey, man, I got some, sure, it's cocaine. Gives them a long, thin tube with powder in it. And it wasn't cocaine. So Harry Johnson, he takes the first taste of the powder and immediately realizes it's China white heroin.
Ooh.
And so you don't have to smoke but a pinprick to feel like crazy zombies. So Bilvis, who has no self-control, he helps himself to some heroin. Only when shooting the heroin, they used foil from the chocolate bar wrappers from the hotel's mini bar, because I guess you got to like cook it up and boil it in some type of tin foil. But you can't get tin foil in Thailand.
What?
Yeah, here's a quote from Bilvis on it. One big problem was that we didn't have any tinfoil. After a few hours spent searching through Bangkok markets, we eventually realized they don't seem to use a lot of tinfoil in Thailand. So we head back to the hotel and use a chocolate bar wrapper from a mini bar. Junkies are nothing if not resourceful. So at least he knows he's a junkie.
You said, what did you say? Junkies are nothing but
he said junkies are nothing if not resourceful.
You want to know what I thought you said?
Sure.
Chunkies are nothing. Or chunkies.
Yeah, man. Chunkies are good. I think they have raisins in them, though. I didn't like that.
Are they wrapped in tinfoil, the chunky?
No, the chunky is not wrapped in tinfoil.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Plastic. Mom used to like the chunkies. You like too many chunkies, you are what you eat.
Do the truffle shuffle.
I can already do that.
So I'm not going to take Billy Idol's word that it's hard to find tinfoil. I just think he was unable to find tinfoil that night.
Yeah, being super wasted, drunk, high, and all hookered out, you probably are going to have trouble locating basic kitchen items.
I mean,
in a foreign country.
He probably didn't go any further than what his arms could reach at that moment to look for what he wanted. I couldn't find it anywhere this damn country. I don't like tinfoil. What are these poor people over here in Thailand don't have tinfoil?
Never heard of tinfoil? That's embarrassing. Let me tell you. That's embarrassing. And eventually the hotel staff became embarrassed by the constant flow of hookers in and out of the lobby going up to Bilvis and Harry Johnson's room.
And
but the pair didn't care. Well, they even filmed themselves. Oh, go ahead.
They're paying their bill, and it's Thailand. What do you expect, man?
The pair didn't care, and they even filmed the video of themselves acting out like zombie-like up in the suite. They're like, and so they're asked to move to another room to make room for the President of Cambodia. He was there, and he's gonna take up the entire top floor of this hotel. But Bilvis and Harry Johnson, they refuse. So they're ignoring the fact that it's the president of Cambodia and that they're wearing out their welcome with the hotel staff. And that's just week 1. Now we enter into week 2.
Oh, they were there for a week, and then they were trying to get.
Oh, they're there for multiple weeks.
So, let me ask you, Brian, who do you think has more clout, the president of Cambodia at the time, or Billy Idol?
Billy Idol.
Well, I mean, he's probably got more money. More people know who he is in the world.
Don't go kicking on Cambodia, man. You leave them alone. They didn't do nothing to nobody.
No, I'm fine. I had nothing against Cambodia, but you never even mentioned the guy's name, and I'm sure there's 0.0 people in our audience that knows who you're talking about, other than
that's why
the president of Cambodia. Yeah, name his name.
El Presidente.
El Presidente.
All right, week 2. Bilvis and Harry have finished the vial of heroin, and they originally planned just to go home. But once they get through it all, they're like, that was pretty nice. We should get more of that. And so to offset the hangover coming off the heroines, they bought some codeine and then some other drugs. And then they left Bangkok. Now, but before they left, Mel Gibson and his family were also in Bangkok. And Mel Gibson actually meets Bilvis.
Oh, really?
It's Bilvis. Yeah. He's passed out in the elevator, and the door is just closing right on his head. Just, and Mel Gibson didn't say much. He goes, excuse me. And he steps over him, and then he gets out and goes on to another elevator.
So so he's laying there in the doorway of the elevator, and the elevator's going.
No one can see you, but yes.
No, they can hear me. He's going, good chink on his head. Good chink.
That is what it says. That's when Mel Gibson appeared and was like, I'll see you. Pardon me, sir. And he just stepped by and got to another elevator.
So does Bilvis know he met Mel Gibson?
He does now. At the time, I don't think that he in his memoirs, he actually has a whole giant book of memoirs where he goes into great detail about these stories. But he like saw Mel Gibson, but he didn't quite believe that it was Mel Gibson. But he's like, I saw Mel Gibson. He didn't say anything, but he said, excuse me, and then stepped over me and kept going to another elevator.
I wonder if Mel Gibson even like seriously remembers that.
Oh, right? No. That's the other thing too, is that Bilvis here, he's got this thing about like, man, back before MTV, if you were a musician, you could just walk around on the streets in the daytime, man. Nobody really recognized you. But as soon as they put you on television and TV became a part of it, couldn't go nowhere.
Except for Steve Miller.
Well, I don't even know what he looks like.
Nobody does. Nobody knows what he looks like.
I have no idea.
His mother doesn't even know what he looks like.
Steven, is that you?
Yeah, Steve Miller. He could rob a bank without a mask on and nobody, like, what do he look like? I don't know, man. He came in. I saw the guy for 10 minutes as he's cleaning out the vault, and I still don't know what he looks like. That's his superpower.
I helped him load the bags in the cars. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's his superpower.
Damn it,
Steve Miller. His superpower is to not be recognized by anyone ever.
Why you're picking fights with Steve Miller? I don't know.
No, I think it's by design.
Yeah, no, you pick fights with whoever you want. I'm sure it's by design, but that's
it ain't gonna be with Suge Knight. I'll tell you that.
The people know what he looks like.
Yeah, and I ain't picking fights with him. All
right, let's get back to people across the pond. That's harder for them to come and intimidate us. So after checking out, he gets out of the elevator at some point somehow and gets himself to his room and gets all his stuff and leaves. Bilvis and Harry stay at the Royal Cliff Hotel in it looks like Patata, but it's not Pattaya. Ibiza. Pattaya.
Ibiza.
Pattaya, which is a seaside resort in the south side of Thailand. She sells seashells down by the seashore. I have to say that before every episode so I can speak. Their plan, again, is to lie low. And they took some more pills, though, and started drinking. And they caused a disturbance, to say the least.
Good plan.
Quote from Billy. Harry met I can't even say it. Harry met a Vietnamese bird, and she came with us too. The only English she knew was boom, boom, and out go the light. I suspect Harry taught her those. With the heroin going, we use the pills. There you go. The pair rented some jet skis, as we talked about in the beginning of the show, from a local family, and they played chicken with one another. That's the game where you drive at each other, and whoever turns off first to avoid smashing head on to each other is a chicken. But with the drugs slowing down their reaction time, they smashed head on, and Bill Viss went right into Harry Johnson.
They were both winners.
They caused them to sink the jet skis. Quote from Billy. We hired jet skis, and while playing chicken with Harry, I didn't stare out of the way in time, and my ski got all dinged and started to sink. For good measure, I took off my swimsuit and was nude as it sunk.
For good measure. Jet skiing. That was a quote. For good measure.
For good measure.
All right.
So Bill Viss ends up paying the family $25,000 to keep them quiet, since the jet skis were the whole family business.
Well, yeah, you go buy a couple more jet skis. It probably not like 5 more jet skis for that price back in the day.
Oh yeah, dude. Again, but there's no cops. You're a foreign man in a foreign land. I'm an alien. Now, so he pays them off. Now, one night when Bill Viss and Harry were still high from the various pills, Harry left without saying anything. Leave Bill Viss in the room with 2 hookers.
What do you mean left? Like went down to get some breakfast, or went home to the United States?
Well, he left. Now, feeling enraged from the lack of communication and drugs, Bill Viss picks up a 5-foot log. That was the table, like a log table, and he throws it through a glass sliding door, which connected to the rest of the room and the wall, shatters everything. Hotel staff discover the damage the next day. Bill Viss has to pay another $20,000 from them to stop them from calling the police.
Hey, it's only money. He was pretty rich by then, though, too.
I would say.
Yeah.
Then the pair leave. They decide it's best. Let's go back to Bangkok. And when we come back from break, let me tell you about week 3.
They already wore their welcome out in Bangkok, so let's go there.
They know us. They know we're coming. Hey, and you're not going to know this is coming. I'm taking a break from my high school band 21 Days, but I'm going to play you this song from Cowboy Ean.
Never trust
Love
a big
Cowboy.
butt and a smile. Handcuffs and stripes just ain't your style. Ben and Brian has your story of shame. Did you do the crime? Did you pay the time? Crime and Music has your file. Did your guitar tell you to do bad things? Did your microphone amplify
we're back.
your anger?
That is odd. I'm just so happy that the guy did that.
Just accept the blame.
Cowboy Ean.
Ean.
My man.
Ean.
What'd you do with your break?
I took about a 20-minute piss.
Yeah, man. You brought me on a ride along there with the headset. That was like, geez, that definitely put some movie shticks to shame.
Oh yeah, I know. It took a minute. Got her all done though. We're good.
Dude.
We're good. We're good.
Good job. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I went and got one of these. So that was my break. I'm going to need to take one of those Billy Madison pisses here in a while myself.
All right, back to William Eyelash.
All right, Billy Idol, or we're calling him Bill Viss.
Bill
and we're
Viss.
about to tell you why we call him Bill Viss. As you recall, before we hit break, we're coming into week 3.
Drugs and hookers.
He's already been on a 2-week bender in Bangkok, Thailand, and he's pissing off the president of Cambodia. He's got hookers. Mel Gibson's stepping over his head as he comes out of an elevator.
I don't know what my limit would be for what he was doing if I was involved, but I guarantee it's under 2 weeks. I'm not doing that for 2 weeks.
No, that's why he took Harry Johnson with him. I mean, that takes a certain kind of man.
You need
Somebody, somebody firm who can hang with you.
Very firm. I get bored. I'd get bored.
What's gonna bore you? The drugs, the hookers, the constant drinking? Where are you bored?
Well, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks of doing all of the above, I'm bored.
Okay. Well, you just hang on for week 3.
Can I get some
Here we
fishing?
go.
Can I get some fishing in there?
Week 3. So from then on, Bill Viss is like, he only remembers flashes of it. What happened during the rest of the trip? He's kind of in and out at this point. So he's also getting phone calls left and right that insist he return home, like management type people, record type people. But he knows he needs more time to come down from the drug high before he gets on a plane for 14 hours to fly back to L.A.
Especially if they only take drugs with you.
Dude, and they're really strict about that. They don't really let you fly with drugs.
They're weird. They get real weird about it.
Super strange.
Super weird.
So for the rest of the trip, Bilvis, he still breaks things out of rage, and he's got people pleading with him to, like, take your Harry Johnson and leave. And so Harry's super worried about if they're going to be arrested. He's like, you don't want a Harry Johnson in jail. So he's like, you need to chill out on this behavior. Bilvis recalls he's crazy and then sane and then crazy again. And he calls it Billy Idol version of acting out.
So who was, can I just real quick recap? Who is this guy he's got with him? Just a guy, the one guy he can find that can hang with him for a while, or what?
Harry Johnson, the hairstylist, yeah, who can hang.
He's just a hairstylist, huh?
Just a hairstylist. Like, come on, man. This guy hangs out with women all day long, telling them their problems and getting inside their head. This is your perfect wingman is who this is. That's why he's there.
He sounds like he's worth.
This
No,
is a sexcation.
He's not. I guess he's a wingman if you have two girls. One for the hairstylist, the second one for me.
It's Thailand, man. There's hookers and brothels. We got it all.
I feel bad for them people.
Those people? What about them?
I mean, there's a lot of poverty involved, and all these tourists from around the globe are going in there for sexual tourism.
Sex tourism, baby.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, no, that's super creepy to me, to be completely honest. I'm like, ew. That's gross.
Yeah, right.
Please don't do that. Oh, no.
Right. That's bad. Somebody's being taken advantage of, I swear to God.
Somebody is. Yes, I'm sure. They're probably way overcharging Billy Idol.
Oh, yeah. That guy. He's the one being taken advantage of.
Just start adding commas and zeros, man. You're like, you're Billy Eyelash. I know you got money.
All right. So Billy Idol is hanging out third week in a row. Can't get on a plane. He doesn't want to sober up.
Not yet. Throughout the whole trip, and now remember, he smashed up 3 hotels. He's got tens of thousands of dollars in charges for repair and damages and stuff like that.
Writing checks left and right.
Yeah, but he's still there, right? And management, they've seen enough. They're done. They tried to kick him out themselves, as they say in Thailand. They tried to turf him, and couldn't do it. Right? He refused to vacate the room.
Pick him up and throw him outside on the grass.
It just says turf. I really didn't know what that means.
I feel like that's turf.
They tried to turf him.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. They tried to turf, but they couldn't do it. So he had that crazy drug strength, I suppose, and he's just like, I'm not going. Now, he caused nearly $250,000 worth of damage, and the hotel trustees, so now we're not talking about like the desk guy. These are the trustees, the people who own the hotel.
Own and run the hotel, right.
Right. They decide they can no longer deal with this. And who do you think they call? Who are you going to call, Ben?
David Hasselhoff.
Billy Eyelash is out of control of your hotel. Well, okay. This is perfect prime Night Rider. I'll be ready.
All right. So they got the A-team rolling in. No, who do
they don't. They call the Thai military to physically remove Bilvis from the hotel.
The freaking National Guard's got to come in and get the rocker out of here.
But wait, they had to shoot him with a tranquilizer dart to get him out of the hotel.
Hold on. Are you serious?
Yes, sir. This is why we're talking about Billy Idol. Because I read an article that said that one time when Billy Idol partied so hard, the Thai military had to be called to remove him. I'm like, bookmark.
So
yeah, we're coming back to that.
And
here we are.
Wasn't there a movie where he was on the movie for real? Maybe it was The Wedding Singer, where they tranquilized Billy Idol on the movie.
That's the joke, dude.
No,
that's the joke, son.
No, I'm getting the call back here. I'm getting the inside.
You're okay. Yeah, you're piecing.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know he was tranquilized. What move was that on a? That was on a movie, wasn't it?
I think you're right. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was, though.
Wasn't he?
Or they tranquilized the other guy. I think Billy Idol might have tranquilized the guy in The Wedding Singer.
Wasn't he on
it? He comes down the aisle with the drink cart.
Something, yeah. All right, we'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that.
Homework. This show is good, everybody. It's interactive because there's always homework to do. because we don't know everything. I know a lot, but not everything.
We don't know. What? Okay, there's 3 circles of things that we do or don't know. It's things we know, things we don't know, and things we pretend we know.
No, things we think we know. There's a difference.
Okay, there's 4 things. No, there's definitely things
Hey.
I pretend I know. I know I don't know.
I will tell you, I do a lot more research and preparation for these shows than you do.
You do more research, preparation, Brian.
I got the cards.
You preparation.
Yes.
It's like a week of. I got to get into a state of mind like those karate guys before they break the bricks with their hand. That's my
Sorry,
preparation. I do that for about a week before I come on the air with you.
Your preparation, H. Your preparation.
Don't say they're not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Nice save. Appreciate that. Okay. So now they tranquilize him. I like to think there's some Thai army sniper with like a blow dart just
No,
boop, just like right in the ass.
I think if it was if they were in like a westernized culture, it would be a rifle-looking thing where there was like a bolt-action rifle. But since they were in,
you're taking down an antelope.
Yeah, like there's a bull moose that needs to be taken down and moved to a different pasture.
We gotta relocate him.
But in Thailand, with that Asian flair, I'm going blow dart, like a blowgun, like a.
I wanted to believe that,
Yeah.
but actually, a nurse gave him a shot before he is strapped to a hospital gurney and wheeled out of the hotel. 4 soldiers carrying rifles in tow. He finally wakes up at the airport puking, and he is nicknamed Bilvis for his wild behavior and drug intake. And if anyone notes the beginning of the show when I said, oh my God, I just got it, it's because he was like Elvis and his name is Billy, so it's Bilvis.
So they tranquilized him with just a nurse and a needle. Like one
Yeah,
flew over
I
the cuckoo's
think
nest
they got-
style.
Yeah, I think they got him.
All right.
Exactly.
That's
Then strapped him to a gurney.
probably the best way to do it. It's not the fun.
But I really like the idea of the blow dart,
or even the tranquilizer gun.
like Dr. Oakley, veterinarian, just boop, like a muskox, just like poof,
Now we wait.
So, I know. So, quote from Bilvis: "Oh, I was very lucky." It slips into Ozzy Osbourne all the time. I was very lucky. I expected they could have put me in prison. Now, Bilvis returns to L.A. just in time to finish his 4th solo album. Although even during the making of Charmed Life, the sex, the booze, the drug partying continues. That would take 3 days to come off a high from all those drugs. So as soon as he gets back to L.A., he starts partying and sexing it up again.
Just sexing it up. Just going nuts on the sex. Just much.
Teasing the Yank, dude.
So much teasing the Yank.
I think we started something. Teasing the Yank.
Just tease.
Okay,
What are you doing tonight? Just teasing the Yank, are you?
It's teasing the Yank. So to this day, everyone who's worked with Bilvis up to this time still talks about the never-ending orgies, all that took place at the recording studio during this time when they're making Charmed Life, and yeah, that's just being there.
Maybe
Just trying to work, man.
Maybe I'm just veteran young guy here, but I feel like even back in my heyday, I would just get bored with that lifestyle. I just get bored with it. Just, constant.
You keep saying that.
Constant flow of drugs, booze, and women. It would be fun for a minute, I'm sure. Like, woo. And then after a while, I'll be like, can we just chill out and watch a movie and get a pizza or something? Am I wrong?
Well,
am I wrong?
No, I mean, yeah, everything you do is boring to somebody.
Yeah.
You're like, I've done that.
Yeah.
So.
Even Playboy photographers get like sick of it. Like, I gotta go do this model. She's gonna be naked. I gotta take a bunch of pictures of her. It's gonna take like 4 hours. I'd rather just get like a pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I get it.
All right. So
I worked at an ice cream store. You can have all the ice cream you want. After a while, you're like, this is not as much fun.
I'd rather have a pizza. It all comes back to pizza.
And then I traded with the guy at the pizza store. It's funny you say that.
So he came back from the Thailand.
Yes.
Excuse me. He came back from Thailand, and then he continued his drug-infused party atmosphere with a bunch of stateside hookers at this point.
Yeah.
right.
It went local. You got to go local wherever you're at, you know.
Well,
so
yeah.
you know,
Can't-
when in Rome.
Yeah, you're not importing more girls from Thailand when you're in LA. You just take what you can get, man.
Yeah, no, get some valley chicks, man. Dude, yeah, whatever. Local.
Locals.
Support local economy.
Support local.
That's right. It's not just local. It's global. It's global. Okay. Now, let's get on a serious note here. February 6, 1990, Hollywood, California, USA. Bilvis is involved in a motorcycle accident that nearly cost him a leg.
Yeah, I remember that. He got in a bad motorcycle accident. Yep.
He's hit by a car when he ran a stop sign while riding home from the studio one night. He required a steel rod to be placed into his leg. And shortly prior to this, Oliver Stone, he's a film director, he picked Bilvis for a role in the film The Doors. But this accident now can't be in a movie like that because you got to stand up and walk and talk and stuff like that.
Was he supposed to be Val Kilmer?
I don't know, but he ends up playing Val Kilmer's drinking buddy or Jim Morrison's drinking pal, this guy named Cat. So if you ever watch the movie The Doors, Cat, that's our boy Bilvis right there.
Have I ever told you how much I hate that movie? And
The Doors? I hate The Doors.
And therefore hate the group, the band, The Doors. I hate them.
Yeah,
because of the movie,
100%.
which is unfair.
Fans of this show know we hate The Doors. Check our Jim Morrison episode.
No, I was watching the one night. It was probably like in the 93, 94 when the movie first came out on VHS. Maybe 95, I don't know, somewhere in that area. We're over at our good friend Scott's house, and we're all just hanging out watching The Doors. Whatever, just nothing crazy. There's no booze or alcohol. We're just watching The Doors as mom and dad are there. And at the beginning of the movie, everything was fine, even keel, steady Eddie. But then toward the middle of the movie, I started feeling I didn't feel good. I just kind of felt like, a little stomach issue. I didn't know what's going on.
I know this story.
Toward the end of the movie, it's kind of a depressing story. It's not a very, happy story. It doesn't end well for Jim Morrison.
Clearly.
Yeah, no. I'm glad they buried that fucker in France. And so, sorry, I got a little intense there. So,
you picking fights with Jim Morrison now.
Post-mortem Jim Morrison. So I didn't feel well. And I don't know if it had anything to do with the movie or maybe we ate too much cookie dough, but I got sick. I went in the bathroom and ralphed my guts out. And
goes to Jim Morrison.
Ever since then, I hate The Doors. I hate the movie. There's a couple things that there's a couple things that Val Kilmer did that were all right, but
it's like now you hate Val Kilmer.
No, he redeemed himself a little bit, but the Iceman did not help his case in my worldview. Not a fan of Top Gun.
You're dangerous.
Not a fan.
Every time you go up.
Not a fan.
Maverick. Before his accident, Bilvis was the first choice for James Cameron's role as the villainous T-1000 in Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Really?
Yep, but wrecked his leg, couldn't walk, gave it to that other dude with the crew cut.
Yeah, they don't look too different, do they?
They really don't. Now when you say it out like that, you're like, I could see that.
Yeah.
It would be awkward having Billy Idol stalk you, though, and like that intense walk that the guy does. He's walking.
I wonder if Billy Idol still has a little bit of little whatnot in the can. He can come out still today and do something awesome. I think he could.
Oh, we'll get there.
All right.
We'll get there.
All right.
We will. That doesn't even just mean shut up, Ben. I mean, literally. I mean, we'll get there. I don't like the word shut up. That bothers me. I would never say that to someone. Okay, we've hit a part in 1990 where Charmed Life is released. That's the orgy record they were working on. And a video for the single Cradle of Love has to be shot. Now, the song's featured in the Andrew Dice Clay film, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, and because Bilvis is unable to walk, he's shot from the waist up for the whole video.
Yeah, he was in, he had a cane with him there for a long time.
Oh, dude, he had a rod.
Yeah, he walked with a cane. Like a pretty nice pimp cane, but a nice cane.
Because Bilvis does not walk, the video footage featured him singing largely in an apartment while Betsy Lynn George is trying to seduce him as like he's a businessman. The video is placed on heavy rotation on MTV. Rock the cradle of love. The cradle of love. I know
everybody knows that song.
Rock.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Now, that earns him his third Grammy nomination for Best Male Rock Vocal Performance, October 11th, 1991, 2 a.m. Bilvis and his manager, they meet two women, Amber Neville and Lori Bailey. They're in a restaurant in West Hollywood, L.A.
Allah.
And one of the women, Amber, she's 22, and this is back Bilvis is 36. So after a cordial meal with the two women, they offer to drive the guys, Bilvis and his manager, back to their car. Oh, you haven't parked around here? Oh, we'll drive you to your car. Now, Bilvis, he's sitting in the back seat with one of the women. He begins shouting at her and then punches her right in the face.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
No.
No.
He's wearing these large silver rings, too, which cut the woman's mouth and bruise her forehead and gives her a concussion.
Like, I don't like it when, dudes, for some stupid reason, get in a fight with other dudes and punch each other. I think it's stupid. I think it's bad. That's bad form.
No.
But can I just be a little bit misogynistic? And that's not the right word.
It's not going to be good no matter what you say now.
No, I mean, it's wrong to punch another dude for a dumb reason, right? Isn't it more wrong for a dude to punch a chick for a dumb reason?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It should be equally wrong. But no, it's more wrong. Not supposed to do that.
Feminist agenda. No, you can't do that.
Well, I mean, Brian, if you and I are just sitting around and I don't like the fact that you like the U of M Wolverines and I punch you.
Oh, God.
That's wrong.
Hell you say.
That's wrong. I shouldn't do that. But if I'm sitting around with your wife and she says, I like the Wolverines and I punch her, that's on paper equally wrong to me punching you, but in real life, that's way more wrong.
That's more wrong.
That's more wrong.
That's more wrong.
Yeah, that's more wrong.
That's more wrong. All right. Well, he's more wrong. And now there's somebody in the car behind him stops, and everybody stops. And now the lady's taken to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center.
Mm-hmm.
Deputy District Attorney Bill Clark claims that Bilvis is pretty drunk at the time, and the singer claims to have stopped drinking before the attack for about half a year. And so it represented the first time he'd had a drink. Well, no, I mean, like he's like, I haven't drank in a year. For that. That seems like a lie. But now he pleads guilty on January 21st to a misdemeanor, battery, and assault charges for punching a woman he met at that restaurant. The district attorney would go on to say that when Bilvis got the car out of the car, he acted like a complete gentleman, and he has ever since. And there's a quote from the Mr. Clark here, the attorney. He says, I don't think Mr. Idle is a violent person, and this is an aberration, but he came real close to going to jail.
So he didn't go to jail?
Nope. He's sentenced for 2 years probation. He needs to undergo therapy and pay $2,700 fine and prepare a 1-minute public service announcement about the effects of drugs and alcohol.
So
don't do drugs, guys.
So he got his goon hand out on a chick in the back seat.
You're not supposed to say that.
What?
You're not supposed to say that, though. You can't be called like goon hand. You can't. No, man, that's not good.
I can't say they get goon hand. Why not?
I don't know. It just sounds misogynistic.
No, that's a bad term. You don't want to have. That's a bad thing.
Oh, all right. I don't know.
He was beating a woman. The cops showed up, and he got a warning.
Neville, the lady involved, she claims she's happy with the sentencing, and no motivation has ever been released as to why he did what he did. Moving forward, though, because don't do that. That's wrong. That's bad. 1993. Bilvis releases Cyberpunk. It's regarded as an experimental record. It's recorded in his home studio using a Mac.
Ooh, a Mac.
I got my own. I got Pro Tools, everybody. The album took 10 months to make. The album's successful in the UK and Europe, but it was not well received in the United States. Commercial success of Shock to the System.
What?
That's the one song that we did have in the US. I remember it, but I don't remember it that much.
What was the name? It was called Cyberpunk, the album?
That's the album. Yeah, the single we got was Shock to the System. 1993, Bilvis tours in Europe and plays a Generation X reunion show. There you go. So you got the band back together, man. In 1994, Bilvis collapses outside of a LA nightclub due to an overdose of the drug. Which drug do you think he OD'd on?
Okay. I would normally just go with heroin.
Ooh,
And
solid choice.
no, but I'm not going with that.
All right.
I'm gonna go with fentanyl.
I don't think it's in there, but no, it's GHB.
The cow one?
Yeah, well, the date rape drug is what I thought it was.
Oh, I thought the cow one was
yeah.
the cow steroid, GHB. GHB's a date rape. He just wanted to get his ass raped.
Hey, man, it's GHB coladas. That's what you get. After the incident, Bilvis decides that his children would never forgive him for dying of a drug overdose, so he stops drugs cold turkey right then and there.
I'm sure he does.
He makes a cameo appearance as himself in the 1998 film The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. He plays a pivotal role in the plot, as we talked about, and the film features White Wedding on the soundtrack.
Okay, I remember that. He looked like an older dude in that movie.
Well, he is
He's an
older
older
dude.
dude.
Born in 55. Well, no, 55 to 2000. That's, 98, but still. In 2000, speaking of, he voice acts the role of Odin, a mysterious alien character in the animated fantasy Heavy Metal. Do you remember those cartoons?
Well,
Heavy Metal movies?
I know there's been some newer ones released, but I remember the one that
From the 70s, man.
like from a long time ago with like the eagle flying down with the
Yup.
girl, like her boobs are hanging out of some leather outfit and she's got a sword maybe in her hand.
Like riding a pterodactyl or something.
Yeah. And
Yup.
and I think it was on HBO and you just, as a kid, you want to watch it. You're like, oh, that looks crazy. It's a cartoon and there's boobs in it. And there were. It was bad. It was not a great movie.
No, it was bad cartoon, like soft porn. And that's why this fact is in here, because I knew for some reason, knowing you and your family, you had seen that cartoon Heavy Metal.
Oh yeah,
I knew it.
the old one, the one from like the 80s.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
right. This is he was in the 2000 version, which is like the remake, but no, I'm talking about the 70s 80s version where they're following this orb around the universe or multiverse or whatever.
And
yeah, I knew you'd seen it.
And it stole a little bit of my childhood. I mean, like
yeah, me too.
It's a cartoon. It should be more like the Bugs Bunny
weird.
cartoons. What the hell?
Right? Kid Video, man. Like, that's the cartoon I wanted to see. That's what I thought rock and roll cartoons were about, but nope.
Yeah, I think.
Run, you better run. Open your heart. Heart is a key. Run, you better. Don't you remember that Kid Video? I gotta find Kid Video. They broke the law. That's okay. In 2002, he's at the National Rugby League Grand Final in Sydney. Bilvis enters the playing field at the halftime show. He's on a hovercraft, right? And they start playing the beginning of White Wedding. And he's all, hey, little. He only managed to get 2 words out before there's a power failure because they're running a hovercraft. And that ended the whole performance.
What do you mean? What hovercraft? Like a G.I. Joe
like
hovercraft?
Yeah, man. That was like a mobile sort of stage. Like, imagine that, like almost like halftime show sort of thing. He's out there at the rugby league championships.
That's kind of cool until you're,
hey, little sister, who's the only one? And he's all, hey, little.
Until your hovercraft loses power and it just kind of deflates and you're in the middle of 80,000 people. There's no sound.
Wave to the people.
Mime the song, Billy. Mime it.
Right? Like you're just sing real loud. Project. Just sing from your diaphragm. That's all you gotta do. Devil's Playground comes out in March 2005. It's Bilvis's first new studio album in 12 years. It reaches number 46 on the Billboard 200. The album includes a cover of Plastic Jesus.
What's no, Plastic Jesus.
You don't know any of these songs. Yeah, you said you were just listening to Billy Idol, and now you don't know any of the songs I've told you.
No, well, nobody knows that song.
Plastic Jesus.
That's Depeche Mode.
Damn it. You're on to me. Good job. Bilvis plays a handful of dates on the 2005 Vans Warped Tour. He appears at the Download Festival in Donington Park and the Voodoo Music Experience in New Orleans and at Rock AM Ring. So he's basically touring a lot there in the 2000s. 2005. 2008, Rebel Yell appears as a playable track on the video game Guitar Hero World Tour.
I love those.
Sorry.
I loved all those video games, all of them.
Wasn't that the best? Now they came back. White Wedding was on Rock Band 2.
Why aren't people still playing those games? They're so much fun.
Rock Band 2 also gets Money Money and Rebel Yell as downloadable tracks, DLC, man. So yeah, right? Because you could just spend that time and learn the actual guitar instead of just...
No, it was way easier. I mean, it's nothing like the real guitar. I mean...
No, that's why I play a ukulele, man. I play the drums and a ukulele because it's got 4 strings. I got 4 fingers.
Well, do you remember that?
Made sense to me.
That was it Rock Band or Band Smith or something where you had a drum set?
Guitar Smith. Rock Band had a drum set. But it wasn't the same, man. Trust me. I tried that. I tried playing one of those one time, like on just average person thing, and I didn't tune it up. Nothing fine. I know there's like a whole method you could tune it just like a whatever, but it was off. I mean,
no, I remember
snare wasn't the snare, hi-hat wasn't the hi-hat. I mean, it's not what it was.
Maybe if you're as you are a classically trained drummer, no, it wasn't the same, nor was playing the guitar, but as a video gamer that knew how to play the guitar a little bit, it was fun. I liked it a lot.
You see those guys? You see those videos nowadays where they do that? Like they have those like awesome like jam out sessions where it's like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, how do you even know like what you're doing? How?
And they're just running their fingers up and down the fret on the
100% accuracy, right? Like perfect score. June 24th, 2008, Bilvis releases the greatest hits album, The Very Best of Billy Idol, Idolize Yourself. He embarks on a worldwide tour, co-headlining with Def Leppard. Pour some Bilvis on me.
So, I'm with all sincerity, I could see Billy Idol having a greatest hits album that fucking rocks.
I bet it does.
It would be a great, 12 songs, whatever. You could take all his shit and put it together and be an awesome greatest hits album.
I think the next pizza party you throw on the best of Billy Idol, Idolize Yourself, and that's just they'll be dancing with themselves.
Yeah, I think it would be. I think that he's got just enough shit in his history, in his repertoire, to make a great hour-and-a-half long album. I think so. Yeah.
He does some Blu-rays here. July 2009, Bilvis performs at the Congress Theater, Chicago, United States television series Soundstage. This performance is recorded and then released on Blu-ray DVD, as I said, and Super Overdrive Live is what it's called. So, yeah, man.
Super Overdrive Live.
Super Overdrive Live.
This is not that long ago. You said in like 2010?
2009. In 2010, February 16th, 2010 to be specific, he announced as one of the acts to play the Download Festival in Donington Park, England. Quote from Billy, with all these great heavyweights and cool bands playing Download this year, I'm going to come armed with my punk rock attitude, Steve Stevens and all my classic songs, plus a couple of way out covers. Should be fun.
That's your best Billy Idol yet right there, Brian.
I really tried getting back into it. Bilvis releases his 8th studio album, Kings and Queens of the Underground, in October 2014. We skipped a couple years while recording the album between 2010 and 2014. There you go. That's why. He works with producer Trevor Horn. Horn's former Buggles and Yes bandmate, Jeff Downs. I just wanted to say Buggles because the video did kill the radio star. And Greg Kurtzen, because Yes is awesome. He works with those dudes. Bilvis's autobiography. He's got a book titled Dancing with Myself. It's published October 7th, 2014. It became the New York Times bestseller. 2014 still. Bilvis states he has not taken hard drugs since 2003, but he smoked marijuana regularly and is an occasional drinker.
Ooh, marijuana. Hey, can
I read
okay, you get this thought out, and I have a question. Go ahead.
an excerpt from his autobiography where it said that he does not say he will never ever do drugs again, like hard drugs, because he's like, I'm the type of person, if I say I'm not going to do hard drugs ever again, next day I'm out doing hard drugs. So what I say is I can do them if I want to, but I don't feel like it right now. And he's like, I don't feel like I ever will do it again, but I can't close the door because like that's not how it is.
That's your that's his trigger. I agree with that. Yes. That him and I are spirit animals. Well, that
you're even more. Oh, you just hold on to it because it's coming up right up to your spirit.
No, yeah,
no. Hang on for 3 more cards, buddy.
I agree with that.
You will please don't beat women, but you and Billie Eilish.
But I want to rewind just a little bit. You said that one of his buddies / producers / whatever was in the band. Yes,
that's correct. That's Jeff Downs and Greg Kurtzen.
You know,
they were in the Buggles.
I'm a fan of prog rock from.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but not Yes. No.
Oh, what? Come on, man. The Yes Festival.
Running around the lake. No, I'm out. Put me down for out. I do not like Yes. And for my entire life, our good friend Matt, he's a fan of Yes. He likes to play Yes. I'm still not convinced the only reason that he likes it is because it bothers the F out of me. I hate it. And I think the only reason he likes it is so he can throw it like, throw it on the MP3 player on the radio and I got some Yes going on here. What do you want to listen to Yes? And I'm like, I hate Yes. You're only doing this to bother me. Ugh, I hate Yes.
That's the answer to that question. Hey, you want to listen to some Yes? There's only one word.
No.
No. Or you can name another band. Why not?
Now, I get it because I've met a lot of people, and I think our listeners know that you and I, Brian, are fans of the Rush. The Rush. We like Rush.
Oh, for sure.
Not big time
like
Rush. Just Rush.
No.
And there's a lot of folks that I've talked to throughout the years that they say the same exact thing. I appreciate what they do. Their music isn't bad. Their lyrics are good. Their instrumentals are great. But I just can't get over Geddy Lee's voice. No, I can't. I'll never get past that problem with Rush, his voice. And I feel similar with Yes. So there was a big tie-in with Billy Idol and Yes.
Yeah, so far. All right. Well, 2018, like Steely Dan, Bilvis becomes a U.S. citizen. He's got this big ceremony in L.A., but he also retains his British citizenship, so I guess he's a dual citizen.
Dual citizenship.
Watch him because he's probably a spy. October 30th, October 30th, 2018, former Generation X members Bilvis and Tony James join Steve Jones and Paul Cook, former members of another first-wave English punk rock band, the Sex Pistols. They perform a free gig at the Roxy in Hollywood, LA, USA, under the Generation Sex. So they kind of combine the Generation X and the Sex Pistols. They can play a combined set, 2 former bands' materials. That must have been badass. 2020, Belvis's daughter Bonnie gives birth to her first grandchild, daughter named Poppy Rebel. That's kind of a neat name. February 2020, Bilvis starts public service campaign titled Billy Never Idles, 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 intending to fight the unnecessary idling of automobile engines in New York City to reduce air pollution.
That's weak sauce right there. That's so...
What's your charity? Cars just running with nobody in them. That bugs me.
We just bought a new family Jeep truck wagon here. This year.
Canyonero.
Yeah, it's bait. That's what it is. Yeah, if you come to a stoplight, the vehicle shuts off. I hate it. I can't stand it. There's a button. You can disengage that every single time. But every time you turn the...
You gotta hold your finger on the button.
No. Every time you start the vehicle, you have to hit the button. And you don't think about it.
So, yeah. You and Billy Idol are at odds because he wants to stop idling and you want it to continue.
His name was Idol. he was trying to capitalize on that any way he could.
It's like, what goes well with idle?
And-
Idling in cars.
Idle, man.
Nailed it.
I'm against it. I'm
Idle.
against my name. I don't like idling unless it's my name.
That-
For some reason,
Your
that
British
sounds
accent.
that sounds like way too much Trump in that. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, continue.
Oh my god. I don't have much more to tell you except for the man's a 3-time Grammy Award nominee, a 10-time MTV Video Music Award nominee. He actually won a Brit Award, so there's one on the board for you. But we're going to end the episode with a quote, as we do, from William Michael Albert Broad, Billy Idol himself. I love it when somebody insults me. That means I don't have to be nice anymore. Billy Idol, everybody.
I don't know if everybody can appreciate
I picked that quote just for you.
appreciate that quote. I love that quote.
It's your lifestyle, man. That's your pod theory.
I love
right
that
there.
quote.
That's Ben's pod mantra.
Hey, you want to say something bad about me? That's great. I love it. I don't have to be nice to you anymore. I will be.
That's
I'll
right.
be nice until when? It's time
Until it's time
to
to
not
be
be
nice.
nice.
You are the bouncers. I am the cooler. Well, okay, I'm the bouncer. You're the cooler. That's fine.
And I'll tell you
Well-
when it's time to not be nice. So
What did you think of Billy Idol?
well, he didn't really. I mean, he did some pretty disgusting. I mean, crimes against
yeah, the guy's a tool, man.
crimes against humanity. He didn't get arrested for the worst things he did in his life. I mean, just that whole entire trip to Bangkok. Ugh, that's nasty. That's a nasty boy.
That's nasty. And then punching that chick in the face. That's pretty.
You're not
that's
supposed to do
gross,
that.
too.
We all know you're not
That's
supposed to do that.
gross. Well, let's transition off of this since I ended on downers, man. I hate doing that.
Well, I mean, that's
But,
part of the show.
I suppose that's true.
What's
all
he
right,
doing
since we
today?
got-
What do you think he's doing today? You think he's got the next big thing coming out?
I'm sure there's a Billy Idol Twitter if you want to go look.
He was funny on that show with Adam Sandler. I thought that was a good little bit role he had there with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, that's where he's punching chicks in the face, though. I mean,
Did he punch chicks in the face then?
no, well, not that we know
I think he
of.
punched a dude in the face on that movie.
I think he hit somebody with a drink cart, honestly. But okay, since we're talking about Adam Sandler movies, it's time for some feedback. We have a YouTube comment from Rod Belding.
Rod.
It's on our David Allen Coe episode. He's reaching way back. That's our second episode.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's very
I can't
popular,
wait
though.
until he leaves us more feedback on. Oh, he won't hear this for like 3 years. Like more feedback, Rod. Can we get a hold of him?
Please. Well, let's hold on. Let's hear what he has to say first. It says, quote, I have a paperback book from the 70s called The Outlaws, and David Allen Coe is interviewed in the book, and David drops the N-word a minimum of 10 times during the interview. So, yeah, whether you like his music or not, there's no denying he has issues. Rod Belding, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So thank you for the comment. What else we got?
All right. We got more feedback. We got a speak pipe
Bye-bye.
from Canadian Mike.
Canadian Mike.
Sup. This is Canadian Mike from the cold white north, and this is another episode of Cool Canadian Facts. Did you know that it is not illegal to have sex with beavers in Canada? They tried to criminalize it, but they can't throw us all in jail, can they? The more you know, baby. Peace and love.
Canadian Mike, everybody.
Dude.
Sup.
I don't think Mike understands how much I love him calling in and giving us some feedback. He's a fun guy to hang out with.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
feel like we are
for sure.
on equal and common ground with this guy. And he embraces his Canadianisms. And he also embraces a lot of our Americanisms for for good and for bad. And he is a legitimate funny dude. He don't live that far away from us.
Just in a different country.
Yeah, it's just a couple 100 miles down the road. I mean, big whip. Few kilometers, eh?
Not a big distance, eh?
Nah.
If you'd like to be like Canadian Mike and leave your own feedback, just go to crimeandmusic.com. Leave us a speak pipe message. It's right there. Push the little button. Use your phone. Use your laptop. Use your tablet. If that's too much for you or you don't like the sound of your own voice, I get that. But you can catch us on all the social medias at Crime and Music. We would love to hear from you. Tell us about where you're from. Tell us a crazy fact about Sweden or Norway or Denmark or Australia
Finland.
or Ireland or Finland.
You always leave.
Anywhere, man.
Leave out Finland. What's up?
I don't know. Come at me, Finns. What you got? So we don't usually say it, but if you'd like to leave a review, that would be helpful too. I'm starting to rhyme, and so I'm going to thank you guys for listening.
No,
and
you're
say
starting to
catch us
rhyme. I'll
next
thank you for your
time.
time.
I left that for you. It's my gift to be true. Like the song says, everybody, hey, true words never been spoken. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Because it's a crime.